Good morning and welcome back. Just popped up to the allotment today because I had a compost delivery the other day, so I'm just bringing it up. But also, about a week ago, I received the strawberry plants. So we got El Santa, then we've got Sweetheart and Cambridge. So got 12 of each. Hopefully I can fit them all in to the raised beds up top here. So the compost that come the other day, still got more to bring up, but those 100-litre bags are so heavy, especially when they're soaking wet. But yeah, hopefully I can get the strawberries in the raised beds, fill them up with the compost. I might have to put some other bits in from the compost bin just to bulk it up a bit. Right, gotta try and get up to this other plot without slipping over into the water. Again, not wearing appropriate shoes. But yeah, I think tomorrow the weather's going to be a lot better. Be nice and sunny, so I'm going to come up and fill those beds up. Yeah, I'm just going to check up here quickly. Something's had me onion. Actually, I was going to pull these up, but they don't look too bad because that allium leaf miner. But I think they just go like this during the winter time. So the garlic needs a good weed as such. But I was planning, so doing a bit of alterations to this plot up here. So obviously I still need to finish the pond, fill this one up potentially for the strawberries, and then what I was going to do, order more timber, and then probably about up to here where this bit of wood ends is remove these bits of wood and build some steps up to that part, because there is probably about a 2 feet increase on that path side. It's just so much easier than having to walk all the way around every time. So I might put some steps into here. I did use some AI to see what it would look like, but sometimes it does get it a bit wrong. But yeah, and then I'll continue the beds. Obviously the compost bins have got to go, and then I might put another set of steps in here just so it's just easier to get around the plots on either side. And then obviously polytunnel will be going along here. It will leave me a little bit of room on the other side because it's about the width of that greenhouse, so I can get a little bed around that side of the polytunnel. And then I'll have some at the front here as well, because it'll probably come out to about here where my foot is. So, but then this greenhouse will be moved. Hopefully I won't have to dismantle it. Little pumpkins being eaten by the birds. So hopefully I'll move the greenhouse to here. So I'm just going to use these old slabs from the bottom plot, which are the old council ones, so they're really, really heavy. Yeah, and I'll probably lay the slabs along this part here, plonk the greenhouse on there, and then probably level out this bit as well, so it's just more patio. Maybe put some planters on there for the potatoes and that, and then I'll get some more of the water butts as well, because these are full up. So I've got about 5 on this plot, and they're literally all full to the brim because they're all linked up to the guttering on the shelter. So that'd be good for the springtime, because our water doesn't get turned on until about April time, and by then you all planted your seeds already in the ground and new plants out, so it's good to have some water storage. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up the rest of the don't slip over, bring up the rest of the compost, and then tomorrow you'll see me in a nicer sunny day. Alright, good morning. It is now the next morning. As you can, getting blinded by the sun has finally come out to play. Still fairly wet. We did have some snow, well, a little bit of sleet last night, because it's currently 0 at the moment, so a little bit of frozen water there, but once the sun breaks it all up, it should be all good. So hopefully today, plan is get these filled up. Got to empty out this compost bin so it's in my shadow. I haven't had sun for like a month, so empty this out into the bottom of the raised beds there, put some cardboard on top, and then fill up with a new compost, and they should be ready to go for the strawberries and the teepees. And also make a start on the top plot up there, because I need to make the bed for the new potatoes. And then what I was talking about in the last video was to put in some steps, so I might get around to that, might not, but let's see how we get on. So compost bin is gone. Most of it's quite really woody and that hasn't properly rotted down, but once the cardboard's on top and that and the new compost on top, it should rot down fairly nicely. Saved a few daffs which I'll plant in around that were inside the beds because they've popped up since I've put the beds down. But yeah, I'm just going to put some cardboard down and then I'll fill them up. God, those bags are heavy. But so cardboard's in on each, as you just seen from the time lapse. Put one bag on each, but I'm probably going to need at least another bag probably on each. But I'll see how we go once that's topped up. So beds are all filled. It's just the one at the front there. We'll probably need another 50 litres or so, which I've got at home, which I can bring up, or I can just recycle it from elsewhere. I'm going to let it settle in, most likely before I plant anything in, because once the rain, it'll probably sink down quite a lot, and then I'll probably have to top it up again. Just in the polytunnel. So with that sun out, it is currently 16. Obviously, when I had it indoors, it was 24. But it is very, very, very warm in here at the moment, and I am steaming up, as you can tell. Alright, let's flip this around because it's not pretty. So strawberries, I'm still debating to put in just yet. Obviously they will go in the metal round beds, but we shall wait and see on that one. Just come outside to demist a bit because my glasses are all foggied up. But no, it's a very, very lovely day. Because literally the last month it's just been raining, cold, and it does not make you want to feel you want to come up to the allotment to do anything really. But it is the season. Obviously things start going in next month. Obviously the potatoes are chitting away at home. I've got to sort out all the beds there, which I'll just go up and show you now. All the daffodils starting to spring up. Really need to dig this over because I've got quite a lot of bulbs in here. I don't want to destroy them, so I might wait for them to come up a little bit bigger, then they're easier to spot. So the plan of action for today, hopefully, is this bed here should be for my potatoes. So hopefully it should finish about here, and then let's put some steps in. Let me just zoom out a second. Yeah. So yeah, the steps will go along here up to the ridge, because I've said in the previous lot of videos there's probably about a 2 foot drop between mine and the path with next doors. So I just want it easily accessible. So I was thinking about putting some steps here, which would make sense actually, because I've got the braces there and a little step up, so I'll just cut out this little section here, run some wood up so it's double height, and then level out that top bit, so backfill it with the soil in those compost bins, because we're going to need a lot of soil for the steps there. But yeah, so I want to try and get somewhat the structure for the potato bed done, and then I'll see from there. But it is a gorgeous day. And also, last year we started to put some chives in along, so I want to kind of put them all the way along the edge of the beds, because some people say it works, some people don't, but obviously chives, onions do deter a lot of pests, so the smell of it. And obviously we didn't get much damage pest wise, even by the badger and that, because again I don't think rats and other things like the smell of the onions. So I might do that and plant them all the way along, because they're pretty when they flower, and then I'll have a lot of chives, probably too many for adding into dinners and food. Just found this little fella. Oh, there he is. While just clearing out this section here, got distracted as usual. So as you can see, I've taken out that bit of wood running along, put a little bit going along there. Going to put another plank on top here and along this edge, because obviously the potatoes need the depth there, and I'll put another bit of wood in along here, and then it'll just need backfilling and then some membrane, and hopefully the steps should work in theory. So that is the top step all in. So I'll have another one just run along here, just at one height, not the two. So it's like step, and then that should be fine to step up onto that part. But I just need to find another piece of wood, which is long enough. But I've been using these bits here actually, because where the polytunnel is going to go, I won't need these surrounds yet. but I'll have to order some more timber from Wicks for when the polytunnel is built. I can build the beds around it at a later date. But let's much use this bit actually. So that is the bottom one in now. So once it's filled, 1 step, 2 step, 3. But obviously I'll use all the compost from the bins there, and I've got quite a lot. Move you there. Obviously I've got all this in here as well, and then obviously I'm going to dig out this pond and a little bit more, so then all the excess can go obviously into here, which I've now decided I will put the potatoes as well. So I have potatoes in here, probably like main crop, and then the earlies, second earlies in this one, probably up until where these beds and the compost bins are here. So I'll just finish off so it's 2 levels high, cardboard it all, and then get some more compost for that, and then that will finish that part. And then this bit I'll keep at 1 level and then just rotivate it all, and I might put some more boards down the edge here just to finish it off. But probably halfway I'll put another set of steps in, just so it's just easier to get around the beds and weed instead of having to walk around all the way to the bottom, to the top again. Just show you in the greenhouse, because currently in this one it is 25. It's just feeling like bits like summer. Harvested some of the lettuce or rocket and what looks like daffodils, which I don't know where they've come from. But yeah, these sweet peas were the overwinter ones. Not too sure. They should be okay, but I'll find them a spot on this plot because I've got all the other ones at home which are under the grow lights cooking away. And then I will probably start to empty this out next time and get that ready to be moved. But before that, actually, I need to get this area sorted, get those slabs down flat for the greenhouse to come over. So still a lot to do, but at least the weather has been gorgeous today. Obviously for the next 2 weeks the forecasted rain, so enjoy it while it lasts. But I've been up here for a good few hours now. I'm just going to take you down to the other plot, because while I was down there where I found the frog, obviously my neighbour turned up, so I didn't really want to start filming because I don't want to feel like a prat. But I'm just going to show you down here quickly. So I've put the teepee structures in on each of the beds. So I'm just going to wait for it to be like, because it's forecast to be raining, so I just want this to settle down because it will sink a lot more down because it's new compost. And then I'll top it up before putting the strawberries in there in a couple of weeks' time. And while I was up here, or down on this one earlier, I just moved over the compost bin. Got to clear all this rubbish away. But I just moved the compost bin, which was over there, to here now. Just started to clear this away. Started to put all the smelly, stagnant leaves in. And literally, when I moved the compost bin, I found 3 pairs of scissors, which I lost last year, so I know where they went now. But yeah, and then this area will need sorting out as well. I think eventually we're going to put down some membrane in the middle, like strips, and then put some more raspberries in, because we used to use this area as a seating area when we just had this plot, but now we've got the seating area at the top there. Right there. We can just use this because it doesn't get much sunlight, and the trees, when they're in the summer, does get quite shady. So we'll probably end up, once that pond's done up there, take this one out, take all the plants out, move them up to the top, and then I'll just do rows of raspberries or blackberries with pathways down the middle. So at least we're using the space for something. But so I'm gonna finish this video off here for today. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully the next few weeks I will be back up here again, or over the next few weeks, because this video is probably over the course of a week since the garden centre. That was last Saturday. Today is Saturday, so that's 1 week's worth of footage. But it's best just to not cram it all in one day. Take your time, you know, because you don't want to burn out, especially at this early stage of the year. But yeah, so next time I should be doing the compost bin, finish off the steps, and probably get distracted by something else, as usual. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.